So I will be your instructor for agricultural or introduction to agriculture or Agric 41. So I'm done sending you the notes for chapter 1 and 2. Then we will have to proceed with the next topic, which is agriculture and the ecosystem. So again, my name is Anicel S. Quijano-Pagutayao from the Department of Agricultural Education and Extension, College of Agriculture, Central Mindanao University. So as a recap, we have a definition of agriculture, which means that it is a cultivation of animals and crops for human needs. We have here the next topic is on agriculture and ecosystem. So let's define first the concept of agro-ecosystem. So when we say agro-ecosystem, it is a conflict system in which many species interact with ecological processes that takes place at different spatial scales with strong interactions between ecological management. So this concept of agroecosystem is first known in 1949, and of course it has another definition according to Merriam-Webster. So it is the interaction of organisms and environment of an agriculture area considered as ecosystem. So when we say agroecosystem, it is also the basic unit of study of agroecology. So when we say agroecosystem, it is the combination of agriculture and ecosystem, which will have the involvement of human with the purpose of food, fiber, and fodder. We also have here the definition of agroecology. When we say agroecology, it is a science of sustainable. When we say sustainable agriculture, it should be producing the needs of the current generation without compromising the capacity of the future generation to produce their own food. And also we have another term, agroecological research, which is the idea that by understanding ecological relationship and processes, agroecosystem can be manipulated to improve production and produce more sustainably. So since in agriculture, we all know that while producing food, we are also producing pollution, or we are also degrading the environment. So how are we going to reduce the effect of that activity? Of course, through sustainable agriculture. So when we say ecology, it is also a principle, the study of relationship between organism and environment. So it is an integrated system of plant and animal production practices having a site-specific to last long over time. So not just for today, but of course, it will include the production or constant production of food today up to the future generation. So we have here the definition of sustainable agriculture. We need to meet the current needs of the generation or this generation without compromising the capacity of the future generation to produce their own. So for sustainable agriculture, it has three main goals. The first one is environmental health, economic profitability, social and economic equity. So these three main goals should interact with each other so that we can have a sustainable agriculture. So environmental health, we need to consider the health of the environment so that we can continuously produce our food. Next, of course, is the purpose why our farmers is planting crops and they have been cultivating or raising animals. It is for economic profitability. For economic profitability, they need to have their income. So since the Philippines is an agriculture country, we also have the social and economic equity. So these three goals should be working together, and of course, for us to have a sustainable agriculture and a viable agricultural activity. So we also have here for sustainable or environmental health. Sustainable agriculture refers to agricultural production that can be maintained without harming the environment. So it should be bearable, equitable, and viable. So make sure also that we can produce the best quality for the consumer, nurture the environment and the energy. So since we are talking about sustainable agriculture, then of course it will have a benefit. So what would be the benefits of applying the agro ecosystem or the practicing sustainable agriculture? First we have is conserve or preserve mentality. So which is we need to replenish the air, water, and soil for future use. So we need to the waste produced is absorbed within the farm's ecosystem and not allowed to pollute the environment. So which means that all the things that we are producing in the farm should be used. So that's why we have the diversified farming system. We're using that one so that all the waste, for example, you will have a rice fish or a rice duck production. So si fish will have to eat all the waste materials sa imuhang farm. Benefits of sustainable farming, we also have the humane animal treatment. So we need to take good care of our animals since we humans are the consumer of that one. So we need to feed the animals correctly and we need to check their natural diet. Biodiversity. So we need the rotation of crops. Biodiversity, so it is discouraged that you will have to plant only one crops. It should be a diversified or rotation. So for example, you will be planting cabbage this season, the next one would be sweet potato, the next one would be carrots, so that our soil also can relax and also we can stop the pests and diseases in the farm. Next, we have is economic viability. So it is to create fair wage to our farmers, not just reliant to government subsidies, but of course, these farmers can stand on their own. Healthier food options for the consumers. So if we have a healthier crops produced, a healthier animals produced, then of course, it will have to, kumbaga, warn that our consumers will also be healthy. Improving animal welfare. So it should be that our animals should have a good housing. We need to produce food and we need to allow them to act as they normally act. We need to let them be happy and as much as possible avoid using medicines or other chemicals to our animals. So the next one would be supporting rural communities. So benefits of sustainable farming, of course, if we are using sustainable farming, then the farms have the ability to successfully adapt sustainable practices. Also, if it is profitable, then it can boost local economy. Then it can support sustainable farmers or more sustainable food. Then, as a consumer, it will be our responsibility to think globally by shopping locally. Or we have a saying that tangkilikin ang sariling atin. So those are the benefits of sustainable farming. So we also have here the next topic is on understanding the importance of agriculture to society. This one we will know, but you already have the knowledge on this one. Probably the first one is food for everyone, shelter, clothing, meat. So in other words, if we don't have agriculture, then we cannot exist. So in this one also, in agriculture, it provides everything. So that's why when we say agriculture, it is also called as the mother of all industry. So I think that would be all for this video or for this morning. So please read other literatures and also kindly watch the video that I'm going to send you.